Since the dawn of time, something has fought to keep humanity asleep. There are moments in history where entire civilizations seem to vanish, not because of fire or flood, but because their light was deliberately extinguished. Fragments remain: ancient temples, broken symbols, stories of gods and beings who walked among men. But behind these remnants lies a greater story, the secret history of humanity, and a hidden war for consciousness that continues even now. Long before recorded history, humanity lived in harmony with the rhythms of the earth. Ancient myths from every culture speak of a golden age, when knowledge of spirit, energy, and cosmic law was common. The Atlanteans, the Lemurians, the first Egyptians, they weren't primitive. They were masters of vibration, geometry, and mind. They knew that the human soul could access divine intelligence directly. They understood that creation itself was consciousness expressing as form. But something changed. Legends call it the fall, not of man from grace, but of awareness from unity. A distortion entered human perception. Knowledge that once liberated began to be guarded, rewritten, and eventually weaponized. Power structures emerged that depended on control, hierarchy, and fear. The sacred temples became religions, and the inner path turned into external worship. In the Sumerian texts, the gods who descended from the heavens demanded service, sacrifice, and obedience. In later ages, empires enforced dogma, burning those who remembered the old ways. The message was always the same: truth must come from outside you, never from within. Yet traces of the higher knowledge survived. Hidden in myths, encoded in architecture, whispered through mystery schools and secret brotherhoods. Across Egypt, Greece, India, and the Americas, the same pattern appears. Advanced knowledge rising, flourishing, then being buried beneath conquest and amnesia. Archaeologists at Göbekli Tepe discovered that 12,000 years ago, humans were building megalithic temples aligned perfectly with the stars, long before organized civilization was supposed to exist. Research from the University of Edinburgh in 2023 confirmed that many ancient monuments mirror constellations with mathematical precision that modern equipment can barely match. How did hunter-gatherers calculate the precession of the equinoxes? How did they shape stone with microscopic accuracy? Perhaps because they weren't primitive at all. They remembered something we've forgotten: that the cosmos and the human mind are one design. But as the light of remembrance spread, something darker took notice. Across the ages, a subtle force, not necessarily a single being, but an energy of separation, has worked to suppress humanity's awakening. It manifests as fear, control, division, and ignorance. It convinced us that we are small, sinful, and powerless. It turned the infinite into an idol, and truth into property. This is the hidden war for consciousness, not fought with weapons, but with perception. Whoever controls belief, controls reality. Before we go deeper, if you feel drawn to uncover truth beyond illusion, subscribe and turn on notifications. This channel explores the hidden threads connecting ancient wisdom and the awakening of modern humanity. What if Atlantis wasn't a myth, but a memory? Many ancient traditions describe a lost civilization destroyed by its own misuse of power. Not just physical destruction, but spiritual collapse. The Atlanteans, according to Plato and later esoteric sources, once mastered crystal energy and sound vibration, capable of altering weather and consciousness. When ego overtook wisdom, that knowledge was corrupted. The same technology that healed became a weapon. The fall of Atlantis was the fall of consciousness, humanity turning outward for control instead of inward for truth. After the flood, survivors carried fragments of that knowledge across the world. They seeded Egypt, Sumer, India, and the Andes. This is why pyramids appear on nearly every continent and why creation myths share the same themes. Beings of light descending from the stars to reawaken divine memory. But over millennia, the message was distorted. The priests became kings, the symbols became superstition, and humanity forgot its origin. Still, the truth echoes. In the Hermetic texts we find, as above, so below. In the Vedas, all this universe is Brahman. In the Gnostic Gospels, the kingdom is within you. Different words, same revelation. Consciousness is the source of creation. The war for your soul is a war for that understanding. If you're feeling the resonance of these forgotten truths, take a moment to give this video a like. It helps awaken more seekers and keeps this ancient wisdom alive. Modern science is catching up. Studies in quantum physics and consciousness research hint that observation shapes reality. In 2024, researchers at MIT found measurable links between human intention and random quantum systems, suggesting consciousness directly influences matter. Yet mainstream academia rarely connects this to spiritual knowledge. As in ancient times, those who hold power over perception resist anything that reveals humanity's true potential. Throughout history, teachers have tried to break the spell. Krishna in India, Thoth in Egypt, the Buddha, and later Jesus, each taught that divine awareness lives inside every soul. Each spoke of liberation through direct knowing, and each, in their own time, was silenced or turned into an object of worship instead of a mirror of what we are. Before we continue, share in the comments what you think humanity lost, and what we're beginning to remember. Your perspective might help someone else wake up. Today, the hidden war continues. It plays out not in temples, but in media, education, and belief systems. Distraction replaces wisdom, entertainment replaces meditation, and fear replaces love. Yet beneath the noise, something ancient stirs again. The same current that built pyramids and mapped stars is rising within human hearts. More people than ever are questioning reality, exploring consciousness, and remembering who they are. According to a 2024 Global Mind survey, over 40% of adults now believe consciousness continues beyond death. The tide is turning. If you want to stay connected as more of this truth unfolds, subscribe now and turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next revelation. The reawakening has begun. You are not a random being in a meaningless universe. You are consciousness experiencing itself through form. The war ends when you remember that. The powers that seek to control can only thrive in forgetfulness. Once awareness returns, the spell breaks. So what can you do? Turn inward. Observe your thoughts. Connect to silence. Seek truth not from dogma but from direct experience. Every act of awareness adds light to the collective field. If this message resonates with your heart, share it with someone ready to wake up. Leave a comment about what part of this story touched you most, and give the video a thumbs up to help this truth reach more seekers across the world. The secret history of humanity is not just ancient, it's happening now. We are the descendants of civilizations that once walked with the divine, and we are the generation remembering that again. Since the dawn of time, something has fought to keep humanity asleep. But perhaps the real battle was never out there. It was always within.